Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh and welcome back to another Total War Warhammer 2 custom map battle using the Steel Faith Overhaul mod. I hope you guys are ready for another epic 3 vs 3 sent in to me by my Discord. This battle looks to be a epic one. We have the unstoppable force of the Tomb Kings going up against the impenetrable shield wall of the Dwarfs as they do try to approach and take over this mountain fortress. We did fight on this fortress not so long ago. I think it was maybe a couple months back. However, the battle did end up desyncing, which was a real shame. However, I'm hoping that this one will not be the case and that the battle will just run smoothly and no desyncs will befall us. We do have quite a few interesting forces being brought up, like these units such as the Tomb Swarm, which are going to be a custom unit designed for Steel Faith Overhaul. If you're interested in any of the mods we are using in this battle, I'll make sure to link it down below in the description. So we'll start off by just taking a little quick look at the Tomb King forces. On their front line, they do have this regiment of renowned right here of the Nekarara warriors. I always butcher the Tomb King's names, I do apologise. More warriors making up the entire front line. So as we can see, the Tomb Kings over on this left-hand side going to go very hard with the anti-infantry, looking to take over the walls as quickly as possible. As we go further back, we do have some more of the elite Tomb Guard with shields and spears, along with the Great Bow Usabati, as well as this awesome looking War Necro Sphinx, which is a regiment of renown as well. Kind of making up the back ranks, we do have the final groups of Tomb Guards. So a lot of heavy infantry and monstrous units. We also have a couple Hero Titans as well, which are just such a strong unit. I'm going to be very interested to see how they do handle the Dwarfs though, because the Dwarfs do have a lot of anti-large, with their cannon being armor piercing, with their thunderers being armor piercing and anti-large. It's going to be a fun battle to see which one of them do come out on top, whether the Hero Titans can overwhelm the defenders. We also have a Bone Giant Archer, obviously being added in with the mods we are using. You can see the Chosen of the Gods right here, another regiment of renown, again looking really awesome. Looks like they have the Renegon in there. But as we continue to go on, we do have some more Tomb Guard, along with more Tomb Guard and more anti-infantry, and they're going to be setting up, again, some of their weaker units to begin with. We actually have a Lich Priest up here as well, looking to make the damage right there, as the archers from them Bone Giants do start to pierce the gate. For the forces of the Dwarfs, we have on their front line a unit of Quarrelers holding the gate, making sure that these flame towers from the awesome custom map can unload onto the Tomb Swarm. As we go further back, we do have just normal Dwarven warriors who are going to be holding the streets of this once vibrant mountain town. We then have the more meaty Iron Drakes, along with the Golems, and also a Rune Lord upon his anvil of doom, ready to strike that. We then have some Organ Gunners and the rest of the heavy artillery in the form of the Flame Cannon, some more Slayers. Then over on the left hand side, we have another strong defense of these Dwarven miners with blasting charges ready to incinerate the bones of the Dwarfs. We also have some Longbeards along with some Rune Lords on that front line ready to cast the runes. We then have the Peak Gate Guard. Again, I love this unit in Steel Faith Overhaul mod. I love the red capes. Or maybe this is down to Dryad reskin, because as I said, we are using multiple mods, which you can find all the links to in the description down below. More cannons and then more heavy infantry, and then a final little last stand back here with, I imagine, the elite units of the Hammerers and the Iron Breakers and all that lovely stuff. So again, I really like how the Discord do set up these matches to be kind of staged, so that you have kind of the outward attacking and you also have the defenders, and then you obviously have the staged defenses as well. I think that's really cool how they go ahead and approach that. It makes the battle just really interesting to have all these different kind of types of battles and having these different stages to the defenders. It also makes the battles feel a lot more even as well, because I feel like when the defenders don't, because the defenders could spend all their forces in just guarding these walls, but I feel like the battle does get a little bit lame, as well as it's just too easy for the defenders to win. And the battle is just only ever fought at the walls themselves. Whereas with my Discord, I really enjoy the way they go ahead and heavily focus on having a multi-stage defense, so that when the walls are lost, there's fallback positions they can move back to, and it kind of just makes the battles interesting and last a lot longer. We can see the Tomb Swarm though and the Tomb Infantry making their way over the walls, again climbing up the wall and then looking to destroy anyone up here. Thankfully though, the Dwarfs have retreated, seemingly giving up the defense of the walls without a fight over on this left hand side, as the Tomb Swarm do come into the contact firstly with the Dwarfs. The dwarfs are readying their shield wall. More infantry though pouring in, and the sooner they take this gate the better, because the gate obviously, as you can see, is shooting out a lot of fire and flame, which is going to be burning these tomb guard as they approach their way through the gate itself. Looking over on the other side, we can see that the walls are still ready and intact, and they do look like they're going to be holding these walls for a little bit longer compared to the other forces. However, the gate, I imagine, is going to be going down very, very soon. But once this wall does go down, it is going to be a hard fight in the streets. But the dwarfs are ready. They are welcoming it. And I just hope they have enough anti-large to really deal with the sheer monstrous infantry set out by the Tomb Guard and the Tomb King. Settra is looking for blood in this battle. I love this little look right here. And I love the way that the gunners are shooting as well down there. I mean, that just looks absolutely amazing. I love the way you can see the fire in the distance down the streets. Like, Warhammer 2 is just such a beautiful looking game. You can see them reloading their rifles, unloading. The fire in the distance as well is pretty brutal. I guess it's good. The more shots these Thunderers get off, the better. Because the longer they wait around, the longer they don't manage to get these shots off, the worse it's going to be for them. Especially as more and more of the heavier infantry and heavier kind of constructs from the Tomb Kings do come into battle. It's going to be brutal when we do, for example, get this Necrosphinx in, because he's not going to go down easily. And then obviously we still have so many more Hero Titans ready to be pushed in as well. Here we go, though. The first unit, the first construct making its way into battle. It's taking some quarrel of fire, but I don't think it's going to be enough to take this beast down. I imagine the Thunderers are immediately going to be chaining its focus on taking it out. Oh, the Necrosphinx is just so cool. One of the coolest units, hands down, for the Tomb Kings. This and the Hero Titan are just an awesome looking unit. It really, really is. I mean, who can deny that? Look at it. And the animations as well, I think, are just even cooler. So the first Realm of Souls have now been popped as this Necrosphinx does make its way onto the next layer of Longbeards. And the second, oh my god, so the first and second Realm of Souls is about to be popped. And this is kind of a little bit, I don't know, shaky for the Tomb Kings. Because honestly, obviously you want the Realm of Souls to be affecting the most amount of units you possibly could get affecting it. So you want to be having as many units committed to the battle as you can. However, obviously because this is a Sage defense, they're not going to be able to commit all of their units into the battle. So that does mean that the Realm of Souls isn't going to be affecting the entire army, just a couple first couple waves of the attacking forces. So I feel like I don't know, I feel like the Tomb Kings are going to have a hard time using that Realm of Souls effectively. However, having that free unit of the Sabati is going to be amazing for them, because they can use that just anywhere on the map, and that's going to definitely help them clear up a lot of the defenses. As the gate has now been smashed down, and we're going to be seeing the second army approaching. They've got the Necrosphinx of their own and some more heavy infantry. Settra is on his chariots of the gods, and he is looking to storm these walls. First couple units being pushed up, we're going to have this really good Regiment of Renown, the anti-infantry one, and they're going to should be cutting through these dwarfs. However, I definitely do notice, as we do have this magical vortex being cast by Settra, I have definitely noticed the Tomb Kings do struggle against the dwarfs because they don't have a lot of armor, and they don't have a lot of armor piercing either, whereas the dwarfs obviously have a lot of armor, and they're good against like low armor targets, so they can definitely do a lot of damage to these skeleton warriors. However, in today's battle, we don't really have a lot of skeleton warriors, if I'm honest. A lot of the time, you know, it's going to be these high-ranking units and constructs, which the dwarfs might struggle a little bit with. Oh yes, I'm so glad they decided to bring a Scorpion. I love this unit. It's so cool. It really is. More spells being cast off here as we do get the first little infantry push. The Tomb Guard are going to be the first guys in, and they're going to be breaking upon the dwarf. Now, as long as they can get their soldiers in here and fight more of a whip-like long battle, they should be more than okay in this battle, as we do also have some more of the constructs pushing their way up. The blasting charges, throwing off their explosives. It's like, oh god, all the animations of the Tomb Kings are just so good. They really are. And make sure, oh my god, that dwarf just got pierced and lifted up into the sky. That was an amazing little attack right there. And do make sure to, if you are enjoying this, guys, to drop a like and a comment. It really helps out the channel and gets these battles out there to more people. So if you are enjoying Total War, Warhammer, and the Tomb Kings, and obviously these custom map battles, please do let me know in the comments, and obviously by dropping a like. So the archers are hammering away. We do also have the flying units for the Tomb Kings going overhead. What an amazing shot that was. And the dwarfs are simply having to take it right now. There's not really much they can do. The feathers pouring down. I guess these guys are going to be trying to hammer away at the organ guns, stop the organ guns from shooting. We do have the rune golems though, fighting away at the Ishabi back there. The worst thing is as well, I guess each army has, because it's different each time, so I guess we're only seeing the Realm of Souls from the person who sent this into me, but I imagine each army has their own 3 tiers of Realm of Souls. That means they get free units of the Ishabi, which are just amazing. Wow, that's really good. I never thought of it that way. I guess having 3 Tomb Kings is really, really powerful. The gunners have turned their attention, I guess. I imagine that was one of them jumping onto the organ guns. The longer the organ guns are silent, the better. However, this is where the interesting battle starts to come, because the Tomb Kings can actually use their forces to break their way into the flank. So if they can engage, which is exactly what they are doing right here, they can then use their soldiers to come through this hidden path in the city and actually outflank the defenders. If they can break through here, obviously they're fighting hard resistance against the Longbeards right now and the Ironbreakers. However, the Tomb Guard are decent. If they can break their way through, they can use that just to assault these gunners and really help push their forces forward. They can also obviously make their way around this left flank as well. However, more dwarfs are going to be ready here to stop them, shooting off their bolts right now, I imagine, over the houses here. You can see them going over the houses and into the battle. We then also have some more warriors of Dragonfire Pass as well back here. Really good anti-infantry, and the rest of the streets do look like they are being hammered. Making our way over to the massive cluster that is going on right now. My god. We have the War Sphinx right here with the archers on top, coming in and doing plenty of damage. All the constructs are now engaged up here, and I feel very sorry for the dwarfs, who seem to be just getting absolutely annihilated. The poor dwarven miners don't stand a chance against the Necro Sphinx as it just come flying in, ready to do some horrific damage. The dwarfs need their guns, they need their cannons, they need their gunners to be unleashing hell, because these hammerers are going to do nothing against the anti-large. The quarrelers are trying their best. However, I fear it is a little bit too late for them to be able to take this. I mean, these troll torpedoes need to be shooting right now. These troll torpedoes, they have been shooting. Their ammunition is extremely low. Yeah, they need to be unloading as many shots as they can against these large units, because, you know, there's a lot of them there, and the more they take out, the better it will be. Yeah, the flame cannons making their way up and their way forward to the gate. Over on the right-hand side, though, we do have more of the birds fluttering around. The Hero Titan is simply just chilling like a boss, taking the explosions coming in. We also have a Tomb Prince here. The Tomb Prince is not going to be doing too great against like the large, you know, the hammers are going to be taking down this Tomb Prince, I would imagine. Over on this right side, though, we do have a unit of Dwarven Great Warriors going up against, with the Ironbreakers, up against the Hero Titan. And the Necro Sphinx back there as well. I love the sound of the Hero Titan. I think it's just so awesome to just shoot at laser beams. That and the Necro Sphinx is just... the Tomb Kings is such a great DLC. Definitely the best DLC they've done in Warhammer, and even in Total War in a long, long time. Oh shit, we get another little explosion right there. Pouring in, with the Necro Sphinx coming in as well, looking to do some beautiful damage to the brave dwarfs who look to try and stand in its way. It's just the sound design as well, I think, in the Tomb Kings they absolutely nailed. We do have some Slayers making their way up, though. Oh, this is going to be very good, because the Slayers are obviously anti-large. Are they armor-piercing? I imagine they are, right? Maybe they're not. Whirling Axes, though, I imagine must be a good little bonus. And obviously they're very, very good in the Steel Faith Overhaul mod. So they might be able to help take out this Hero Titan, or at least do a lot of damage. What are their golems like as well? Rune golems are anti-large and armor-piercing. So this is absolutely the perfect unit to try and take out these constructs set apart by the Tomb Kings. Just try and cave away at their legs, break back down. The laser beams of the Hero Titan, though, still fighting away. sending dwarfs back behind the ranks of their brothers. The Rune Lord is turning around. I mean, the infantry is looking pretty crazy as we do get another realm of souls being popped. The Bone Giants are up here, unloading their great bows. Basically like shooting a goddamn ballista right here. Also, with the Dryad reskin, these guys look amazing. Really, really do. So if we look at the forces, if we take a nice little glimpse out of the battle itself, we can see the Tomb Kings have committed a lot of their units here to try and break away at the Dwarven defense. Obviously, they have a lot of their constructs left, but they don't have a lot of just pure infantry left. You can see they're actually deciding to commit their warriors round here and actually going to really make the push here. This is a really smart move by the forces of the Tomb Kings right now. They're deciding that they probably have this battle under control, so they're going to try and take some of their heavy infantry, which kind of maybe retreated and came back or just fallen back, and they're going to be sending it over here where they don't really have a lot of infantry. This is a really good way, and I feel like this is something a lot of people don't do in these in online battles, is once they've committed their forces, they can't just be like, yeah, this is the one way we're doing, we're going to smash through the enemy, and that is going to be about it. However, in these custom map battles, where they're playing more of a scenario than more of a competitive battle, where, you know, they've got forces all the way back ready to defend, which obviously would really help them out on these front lines, but it's more about creating a good-looking, competitive, but fun scenario. And if you're interested in the rules as well, I'll link them down below for this battle. But yeah, the rules are tailored for this type of battle. And it's just a lot of fun that we do get these custom map battles sent into me. And if you want to be a part of these battles, be sure to join my Discord. The link will be in the description down below. And you can be a part of these engagements. The Dwarfs still holding on this other side? Barely. Literally only a couple of them left. 47 Dwarven warriors who I imagine will be getting taken out by the Necro Sphinx. Just such a powerful construct unit. Really, really is. Just so much damage with them swipes. And obviously we're having the Hero Titan. The Hero Titan has basically been untouched. The Necro Sphinx is kind of low. So if the Dwarfs can focus that down, it's going to be a brilliant assassination of that construct unit. And I mean, yeah, look at this Hero Titan is pretty low as well. The Dwarfs are taking them down. I'm just not sure if it's going to be enough. The balance power is still extremely even. Both sides having around about 1,600 men left remaining. That Hero Titan is very, very low. I imagine the Rune Golems and the Slayers definitely did their job against it. We also have a few of the Flame Cannons still operational. And there is actually a unit of Gunners right there who just point blank shot away at this unit of Tomb Guard. However, I'd be trying to focus down this Hero Titan. He's so low, one volley would easily take him down. 1,100 HP left. And because his morale is -4, he's actually losing health. He's crumbling slowly but surely. Gunners just focusing down. Another Realm of Souls has been popped off, but unfortunately not on this Hero Titan unit. Down to 500 HP. He is going to go down. The brave hammerers are smacking away at him, and we are going to see him crumble any second now. And there we have it. The Hero Titan, or at least one of the Hero Titans, has been taken down. The souls simply escape from the field of battle. And the Dwarfs look like they are somewhat in full retreat right now, with some more explosive magic coming off in the form of vortex spells. These Thunderers are all out of ammunition besides this one unit. Again, there's not really too much for them to shoot at, and I mean, reinforcements couldn't come any quicker right now. Having these reinforcements ready to pour into the city is going to be huge, I feel. The damage that this Hero Titan is putting out is just ridiculous. However, I feel like if the Dwarfs can just push their way forward, they might be able to withstand at least one of these attacks. But it's the same with the Tomb Kings. And this battle literally is standing on a knife edge right now. It could go either way. And I'm not sure who is going to be victorious in this battle. Only time will tell that. And I think it's going to really come down to whether or not the Dwarfs can take care of all these constructs. Because with abilities like that, they are just such a powerful unit on the battlefield. On the right hand side, though, the Necro Sphinx is coming in. This thing is so goddamn low. It just needs a couple more volleys to take it out. And you can see a lot of the dwarfs are falling back. These thunderers are being pushed up to the front lines. And they're going to be unloading on the Necro Sphinx, trying to do its damage. But I think the Necro Sphinx has noticed them. Laser point acquiring them. No, maybe not. Thankfully, they're going to be surviving. However, this Tomb Prince is going to chase them down, or maybe... Yeah, no, the unit of cavalry, sorry, it's not a Tomb Prince. He is not alone, and they're going to be chasing down these Thunderers. This is huge. These Thunderers could have been the difference between winning this battle. And losing them right now, allowing this cavalry to chase them and cut them down. That's going to be a big blow for the forces of the Dwarfs, but there's no way to really escape them, as more and more of the Tomb Kings do start to pour into the city. They are deciding to split up their reinforcements, sending half over to his left-hand side and the other half into the right-hand side. Some more dwarfs are being brought up, but it does look like the courtyard has been lost. And the worst possible thing which could happen is if this courtyard is lost, the enemy Tomb Kings will make their way through this little bridge right here and use that to take out what remains over on this left-hand side. It will enable them to outflank the dwarfs. That's why we are seeing a unit of Peak Gate Guard and also Longbeards with great weapons falling back to stop this from happening. We do, however, get some of the Ashabi up here, and they're going to be chopping away and keeping these guys busy until more and more reinforcements can also approach. The Hero Titan is going to be committed back here. I mean, there's a couple units of Slayers here. You can see a lot of the heavy infantry has been taken out. The Dwarfs have obviously had no trouble taking out the Tomb Guard. It's these construct units who are just waiting to pile in. Unless there are Thunderers, Slayers or Cannons, it's just such a difficult job for the anti-infantry forces of the Dwarfs to really take them out. The good thing is for them is they don't really go down easy, so the Dwarfs can just sustain a fight and allow their few units of Slayers or whatever to be resupplied somewhere else. The ranks are, dropping down pretty dramatically, especially now that the Tomb Kings have now pushed up the rest of their infantry right here. You can see their legions, what remains of them, ready to do battle. And obviously their large constructs being pushed up. Their bow warriors, again, still having decent amounts of ammunition. We have a fully HP Hero Titan. This Necro Sphinx is pretty low, however. Cetra the Imperishable on a War Sphinx is still extremely healthy. And then we obviously finally have a few more people back here. Another Bone Giant back there with some decent ammunition. And these guys, I imagine, will do a lot of damage in combat. We also have a Necrotech as well, who probably still has his restores left to make these guys a little bit better. That Dwarf just getting run down by a Tomb King. Following Cetra into battle very, very bravely. And here we go. The Stranglehold has now been committed. However, I don't know if the Dwarfs are even going to make it to when the reinforcements do turn up. It looks like they are going to be probably broken back before that. However, the Storm Riders are fast approaching. Along with the Hero Titan ready to be pushed back in. This last brave unit of Dwarven Longbeards, I think, are going to be getting killed down to the last man. This is a slaughter at the gates. No hope for the Dwarven kin. They just have to hope their brothers have done enough damage. We can even see this Rune Lord trying to take out Cetra. However, with the reinforcements Cetra has, I do not think it's going to be the case. You can also see he is extremely low. The Rune Lord is turning tail and running away. Cetra has been victorious here, and he's going to turn his attention to rallying the rest of his Tomb Guard. We also have some good cavalry charges off here, making sure that these Iron Drakes do not return to the back lines. The Dwarves still have a fair defense left remaining on their side. They do have some Iron Breakers, they have Hammerers, they also have a beautiful set of cannons, which is going to do so much damage to the constructs in this battle, as well as some of the Slayer Line Breakers. These guys have proved themselves in the NFL as being a potent force. We also have some of the Iron Drake torpedoes. So there's still a heavy defense left for the forces of the Tomb Kings. Forces of the Dwarfs, I should say. The man's power is still extremely even. We also have some of the Dragon or Demon Slayers as well. So, it's not like these guys are going to go down and before the great arcs of this fortress. the fate of the dwarfs will be decided. Whether they are victorious in pushing back this ungodly threat, or whether the forces of Setcha the Imperishable will overwhelm them. The final attack has now arrived. The Tomb Kings are ready to push in and try and do the final blow to the Dwarven defences, hopefully breaking their shield wall, and this is where the battle will be decided. At the moment, we can see that the Dwarfs are dealing with a Tomb Prince who has now approached them. The cannon fire is going overhead, I imagine going downtown, looking to try and take out Setcha himself. However, this Tomb Prince has done a great job at kind of using it as distractions. There's a lot less fire coming in on this weaker infantry. So that Tomb Prince in his chariot has done an amazing job at harassing, allowing these Tomb Kings to make their way forward. The Thunderers are going to be shooting off a quick volley, doing some good damage to them in the back. However, we are going to have the Hammerers pushing in as well. That is not going to be an easy foe to beat for any of the Tomb King infantry. They honestly just need to get their constructs up here as soon as they can. Pushing up their cavalry as well to run through the ranks and try and break the Dwarven formation is a smart move. How about on the other side? Have they decided to commit quite yet? Not quite yet on the other side. They are using their heavy bow infantry to just try and weaken up the defenders here. There is an entire unit of Thunderers right here. I'm surprised these guys aren't just unloading, because even killing these Chosens of the Gods, you know, they are giant great bow infantry. However, just taking them out is also really, really good, because, you know, they're still a construct, and that construct is still going to do a lot of damage. Over on this right side, we do see that a lot of Tomb King infantry is starting to fall back. I think the Tomb Kings honestly just need to pile in everything they have to this fight, you know, whether it is, you know, weak or not. We also actually have a little fight going on out here. There is a Rune Lord fighting away against a Lich Priest. How hilarious. Maybe that Rune Lord is going to come in and just be the savior. Yeah, all this infantry just needs to be pushed forward no matter what it is. I think one big fight, one big last assault for the Tomb Kings is all they have. I mean, the balance of power has shifted slowly into their favour, but I feel like the way that the Dwarfs have this defence set up is going to be very hard for them to breach. I imagine though they're not going to go down without a fight. And we are going to see them fighting to the last. Whether it's the Dwarfs fighting to the last or the Tomb Kings, I imagine this battle is going to go down to the wire. The Tomb Kings should definitely be trying to pull forward through their infantry like they're doing right now. Ensure that there's no back units which can shoot on them. As you can see, they have got some of their warriors fighting away against the Thunderers. And that's massive. That means the Thunderers are not shooting onto the Tomb Kings, or at least some of them aren't shooting. You can do something where you just go ahead and stick them on guard mode and make sure that they fire at will, and they will just, the back ranks will still shoot. We do also have the line breakers being pushed up, and I want to see what these guys are made of. How many of these constructs they can take down. Because obviously they're just more heavily armored slayers with huge hammers ready just to disintegrate the armor of the constructs. However, as you can see, these Ajabi are just going ham right now, sending these line breakers back into the Dark Abyss. More infantry having to be pushed up, and these Thunderers are just not shooting, which is such a huge thing. We do also obviously have this Hero Titan, fully HP, being made into the battle. Over on this right-hand side, we can see that the Great Bows have managed to force these guys back. And honestly, we just need to see these guys being pushed in right now. I think the longer they wait, the easier it's going to be for the Dwarfs just to reallocate their forces over to this big scrap which is going on right here. And the more that the Dwarves can commit forces over here, I think the easier it is going to be for them just to win the day. That's good, but they do have the Iron Drakes coming in. That's going to do some added damage, especially against the constructs. And also obviously just killing the infantry as well. But you can just see more and more of the Dwarfs are coming into view right now. I think the other Tomb Kings just need to support that right flank. Even if they die, this is the main push right now. And the quicker they do manage to break through this, the better. There's even 2 Hero Titans. I like the way the Tomb Kings are using the healthier Tomb Kit, the healthier Hero Titan on the front line, and then using the weaker one kind of in the back to take out the weaker units of infantry. It means that the other Thunderers and other units aren't in range to kill this thing, so it can still do a lot of damage. These Iron Drakes, man, are just doing so much. I don't think we have any more spare Sharbi either for them to push up. We do actually get a unit of cavalry coming through here, and a Tomb Prince by the looks of it. And some infantry. Yeah, this is what they need. Commit their soldiers now. I mean, they do still have some full-strength Bone Giants as well. I'm not really sure what this Necro Sphinx is doing back here. Is he glitched out or something? He kind of looks like he's a bit glitched out. And the Bone Giant as well. Maybe they are. This would suck for the Tomb Kings if they are. This is a strong amount of fighting force they do have at their disposal, not being utilized right now because of a glitch. The Dwarfs' numbers are dropping and dropping rapidly. If we take a look at Bands of Power, originally the Dwarfs were ahead by about 200 men. Now that number has definitely dwindled as we do just get a fire barrage coming through. This Hero Titan, again, taking on some of the line breakers. As more of the Great Bow Infantry also get involved here. And Cetra himself has even granted the Dwarfs the honor to die by his hands. The Hero Titan continuing just to be such a big nuisance. Now this Hero Titan is very low, so this is a perfect opportunity for the Dwarfs to take away this huge powerful monster. Again, it just looks so goddamn cool with the flames coming in as well. We do actually have some more spells being cast off here, though. A nice little hit through the hammers. This is going to be such a goddamn close battle. The Dwarfs are getting pounded away by this Bone Giant. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. Band's power is shifting in favor of the Tomb Kings right now. And you can see the Dwarfs have made an epic last stand right here. They're going to be holding up here for as long as possible. Actually engaging one of... actually, Cetra himself is leading the frontal assault over on this left-hand side. There are 2 Cetras in this battle, if you're a little bit confused. In his chariot, and he's going to be running through, and this is a great move right now because it's silencing the Thunderers from shooting, or at least a bunch of them from shooting, as well as doing a crazy amount of damage. This Hero Titan just standing here like, bring it on, you can shoot at me all you want and it's going to make no difference because I am a Hero Titan. I mean, he is taking some damage, but even still, the Bone Giant has also been pushed off, actually getting a point blank shot off on the Iron Drakes. My god, I kind of feel sorry for them. It is looking grim for the forces of the Dwarfs even. However, whenever there is still one Dwarf left ready to defend this fortress, the forces will stand and rally to their cause. There is always hope. However, it's not looking like there is a large amount of hope in this battle. More fire coming in. Devastation and destruction. Wise words by the Dowie Kings. Do not shame your ancestors. If you are all to die on this battlefield today, then let you go out in such an honorable way. A way that your ancestors will be proud. That Bone Giant is dropping some moves right now. Look at him go. Hitting that stanky leg right there. Wonderful. The rest of the Tomb King infantry is now finally making its way in. Did that Necro Sphinx ever manage to get unstuck? Oh, that's such a shame. This is a really powerful couple units, and I guess they're just stuck right here. That's such a shame. There is also actually a couple, valuable units back here which have been forgotten about. I think it's not going to matter too much, if I'm honest. It does look like the Tomb Kings are going to claim this, just because they have so many of these large units left remaining. However, these extra units could help them maybe take a few less casualties, which are pretty important. Another Hero Titan did end up going down. You can see one right here. He did end up collapsing and falling to the ground, crushing, I imagine, many Dowie still on his descent. The Dwarf still trying to break away Cetra on his War Sphinx. And he has taken a decent amount of damage, but it's just not enough to follow up on this. I think the Dowie came so close to winning this battle, they just didn't have that final push. And I think maybe a couple more units of cannons could have really have done that. Maybe an extra couple units of cannons, an extra unit of thunderers, and maybe an extra unit of heavy infantry could have just swung this battle in the favor of the dwarfs. But trying to smack down these constructs are a hard job. Especially with the amount of spells. You know, Cetra has the ability to cast some amazing spells onto the battlefield. Ones which really reduce melee defense and melee attack. Probably one of my favorite spells in the game for the Tomb Kings is that curse, which reduces melee attack and melee defense by like 40, which is just insane. Basically meaning your units can just go toe-to-toe with whatever they come up against. This left flank has now completely crumbled, and what remains of the Tomb Kings are going to be descending upon the dwarfs. Balance power even more shifting in favor, but balance power is still not like completely in the favor of the Tomb Kings. I think there is still a definite chance, as we are going to see one of the generals actually being killed right now. Cetra, or just the Tomb King, is going down, and once the morale obviously drops from these Bone Giants and from these Hero Titans, you know, they can start, you know, just starting to crumble basically. So that's one Tomb King down. There's obviously two Cetras as well, and you know, both these Cetras are kind of low. So both of these guys are on a half HP. We are actually currently just running down a Runesmith right now, which I do feel sorry for. As these couple line breakers, oh my god, them line breakers just got burnt alive, and he's still getting back up. Wow, his friend was not so lucky. These brave line breaker slayers right now. One left, and he's going to be trying to charge down and take out this Hero Titan. Wow, he just got sent flying. Baba swing! That was brutal. And that kind of sums up the Dowie defense right now, I think. The PK guard on his right flank has actually managed to win the day, surrounding what remains of the Tomb Guard. We do still have some giant slayers left. I don't know. I feel like the dwarf, I feel like the balance power has shifted a little bit further back in favor of the dwarfs now, just a little bit. As they do still have a lot of elite units, and I mean, they do still have their general as well. Wow, this battle is going to go down to the wire, actually, looking at it. Killing these Bone Giants is going to take away a big group of power right now. We're triple speeding it right now, as more of the infantry does pour in. We also have a Bone Giant archer right here. I feel like if these guys didn't get glitched out, the battle would just be so goddamn close. I'm triple speeding it right now, just to wait for more of the action, because I imagine more units are going to be set up, but maybe not. We only see the rest of the forces. The dwarfs are just pushing out right now. And I think maybe the dwarfs have this battle. They're pushing out right now and they're ready to kill this. The battle is actually going to end right now. And I imagine that's because we've got a little bit of a desync. To be fair, the battle looked like it ran really well. And I don't know who... I'm going to give this battle... I don't know who to give this battle to. Because the battle is going to end right here. And it is classed as a close defeat for the attackers. But I honestly don't know who would have won this battle. Let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think would have come out on top? You know, Cetra is still very much alive, but the dwarfs still have a unit of thunderers, some giant slayers. I honestly don't know who would have won this battle, but let me know in the comments down below. Obviously, make sure to drop a like and a comment as well if you haven't already. We'll check out the kills. Yeah, you can see it. The battle was desynced, which is such a shame. This was only sent in to me yesterday, so I was really hoping I got it early enough, but I guess it is not the case. Unfortunately, one of the mods had to be updated. But I think that's still a really awesome battle, I'm not going to lie, and hopefully you guys did as well. Obviously, but we do get some desyncs. People are updating their mods very regularly with the new Tomb King patches, which have just come out, so this is always going to be a hard job. I am trying to make sure I record them as soon as I can, which I recorded. This was sent in to me yesterday and I recorded it today. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough. However, hopefully for the next one I will be. So as I said, please make sure to drop a like and a comment, subscribe if you haven't already for more epic battles and campaigns, and I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.